Like there's something in the water here in Hamilton. That's a Ben Rispin quote. I'm gonna take, but also quote reference Ben Rispin, that like the music scene, especially with like this I'll call you guys like the younger crew. Like there's a real energy happening here. I'm not sure. I'm able to see it from like a 10,000 foot view because I'm like, separated from you all. But like, I don't know if you recognize like the energy that you guys are bringing to the city.
Well, I really appreciate that. It feels like energy. Like it's a really wonderful thing to take part in. And also like this is going on a tangent, but like since like the Casbah closed and all these places, like it was for a bit, it kind of felt like, is
what
this
now?
it?
And
like,
then with COVID too, and we're all like, what's going on?
Especially for like the young scene, like a lot of high school bands, maybe they can play in 19 plus venues, but no one's coming to see them because all their high school friends aren't going. So like it really felt like when that place closed, it's like, oh, is this it? But like there are new, like it's a new thing that's starting and there's a lot of places and it really feels like that energy is keeping on and it's like transforming into different things. So
yeah, I feel that it's kind of like the analogy of like a forest, like an old tree falls and there's like, is the forest dead? No, the forest isn't dead. There's new trees that come up and like, Ooey Gooey's is a great example. Is that one all ages? Ooey Gooey's?
Yeah. I think at least some of the time it's all ages. Like I think they might have 19 plus shows there, but or I could be wrong.
I don't know. But yeah, I think that's interesting what you're saying about like when the Casbah closed. It didn't occur to me as someone who, I'm older now. Like I'm like, you can play a show anywhere. But I guess for younger folks, like the 19 plus, or I guess like the all ages places are really valuable.
Yeah. And also like the places that will accept anyone is helpful too.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like when Smith was starting as a band, a lot of our first shows were at the Casbah because it's like, if we've never played a show before, we could email the Casbah and be like, hey, can we play a show? And they'd be like, yeah, for sure. Which we couldn't do at some of the other places that a lot of our friends that were in bands that were around for a bit were playing. Like, for example, like Into the Abyss is a great place that like is really important to, I feel like, the young scene. But they don't do shows super regularly. So like they do, but not like the Casbah, which had a show like
every night. Like yeah.
So it's harder to like play a show there if you're just starting out as a band.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really valuable to have venues, and it still is really valuable. That's why like I think like Vertigogo was another place that was like that, where it's like it doesn't matter what you are, you can play there.
Yeah.
Like you can always play a show at those venues. Which is really cool. I think it's really important because like when Smith started, we weren't good, like and we needed to play shows. We needed to be able to be like, okay, you're not good, but we'll have you again.
Well, there's so much like, and you're bringing me back to when I started my kind of music career, and like I'm playing shows and I'm like young, like high school, and I'm so nervous. Like I remember like just sweating, my pick kept dropping, and I'm like, this is a horrible experience, but it was so fun. But like it doesn't matter how much practice you do in your basement, in your rehearsal space, nothing beats playing in front of people and playing live. Like that's how you get better.
Yeah, definitely.